good evening, one and all. Welcome to another edition of FSTN's Cop Talk. It's all about Cop Talk. And I'm telling you, you've got some happy chappies around here today. So just before we start, we're just going to let you know that we are sponsored by Global Mapping Surveys. And Global Mapping Surveys currently assist architects, property developers, construction companies all over the country. And they offer a wide range of services, such as setting out topographical surveys, 3D laser scanning, and monitoring. And if you do get in contact, mention Cop Talk, and you will get your discount. Okay. Good evening, KV. How are we doing, sir?
I'm Velvet. What's happening, Art?
Lovely, lovely. Good to have you. Good to have you. Stoney, how are we doing, my brother?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. Just looking forward to this evening's show.
Okay, we've got Mr. Conway on board as well this week.
Hello, guys. Hello, Artie. Hello,
All
boss.
right, and Mr. Preds, how we doing, sir? Anytime you're ready, Preds.
Yeah, I'm happy as Larry, mate.
All right. All right.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
And just before we start, we are definitely going to say good evening to Vinny. I tell you, Vinny, loyal supporter, mate. Loyal supporter. Gave us some great feedback earlier as well. And what does he say? He says, "Oh, happy days are here again." Okay, so gentlemen, what we are going to kick off is, and we want to run through this part real quick, not too long on it. We are just going to stick to just player ratings. I don't want to hear why, whatever. I just want to hear player ratings. All right, so we're going to quickly start with Allison. Let's just go around KB, Stoney, Preds, Con. Allison.
8.
Stoney.
8.5.
Preds.
8, 9.
And 8.9.
9.
Oh, Con.
I'll give him 9.
All right. The old age pensioner.
Millie gets that. I give him an 8 as well.
Woo! Stoney.
Give him a 7.
Preds. Are you on delay, Preds? Preds.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
I can hear you. I was doing a KV being frozen. Milner, I'll give Milner an 8.
Okay, Con.
8.5.
Okay. And Gomez.
9.
Ooh. Stoney.
7.5.
Preds.
8.
Con.
10.
Woo!
Give him a 10, mate.
All right, I'll discuss that later. Stick a pin, I'll discuss that later. All right. VVD.
9.
Stoney.
7.5.
Preds.
Oh, here we go. Okay, Jesus
8.
Christ.
Con.
7.5.
8.
Okay. And Simicas.
There's Robbo.
Robbo.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Robbo. Sorry, Robbo.
He gets I'll give Robbo an 8.
Okay. Stoney.
7.
Preds. In this time.
7. 7. 7.
All right. I'll give him 7.5. 7.5.
I don't know what's going on around here.
Am I on a delayed reaction or something?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, mate. All right. Fabinho.
7.
I got
All right. Stoney.
7.
Preds.
7.
Con.
7. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'll give him 7.5.
Okay. Thiago.
7.
I'll give him 7 just for that challenge alone. Stoney.
Yeah.
7.5.
All right. Preds.
7.
All right, Con.
I'll give him a 7.
7.
All right, Elliot.
Elliot gets an 8 for me.
All right, Stoney.
7.
Con.
I'll give him 7.5.
Okay. We'll go next with Bobby.
7.
Okay, Stoney.
8.
And
Give
Con.
him a 7.
Okay, Jota.
I'm gonna give him a 7 as well. He worked his ass off him. Pause.
All right, Stoney.
I'm going to give him an 8.
And Con.
7.5.
Salah.
9. Big man gets a 9 today.
All right, Stoney.
8.5.
And Con.
8.
8. Okay. So I'm not even going to talk about the subs, but to give a man a 10, that's an absolute flawless performance. And nobody was flawless for me.
Mm.
I might say, a 9.5 or something, but I can't say a 10 because there's no way you're going to tell me he didn't put a foot wrong. For me, Gomez did tremendously well. He did tremendously well, but a lot of the times he gave the ball away a hell of a lot.
Mm.
He was actually in possession. He tried to ping some balls. He was giving the ball away a hell of a lot. So I'd say he was definitely up there for me, but I wouldn't say not a 10. A 10 is absolutely flawless. And even Vinny's saying a 10. Funny enough.
Yeah, but
Not for me. He gets a 9.
Sorry.
He was caught ball watching a couple of times. A couple of mislaid passes. He's flattened his foot once or twice, but I mean, Gomez, he had a fantastic performance. Besides, I mean, I'm nitpicking, to be fair. He had a very good performance. When I saw the starting lineup with Gomez and Milner, I thought we was toast. And I hold my hand up. I thought we was toast. And I thought Milner read the game very well, and that was his advantage. He used the experience, and I thought Gomez was exceptional. I give him his dues.
Okay, so that was actually my next question, KV. Thank you very much. Like, what was your actual thoughts when you saw our defensive lineup, knowing that Konate wasn't going to be there, and we had to use Gomez and Milner at right back? So you've already had your say, KV.
I have.
All right, Preds, are you on our time now?
Hello, 1, 2, 3.
All right, here we go.
I like that instant response. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. You got to get rid of these gadgets, man. Anyway, how the lineup? I was a bit.
You saw our defense.
Yeah, I saw a defense, and I thought, I don't know. I resigned myself to know that we was gonna likely to concede first anyway. That's what I kind of got myself down to, and I saw Milne, and I thought, okay, this could be a little scary, but hey, proved us wrong. Brilliant.
That he did. Con?
Yeah, when I saw the lineup, I was thinking they're going to target Milner down there, but I was confident Liverpool weren't going to lose. The honest truth, I thought it was just going to be a draw. I remember I said the week before when me and Prez said that, remember, against we had a makeshift team, Liverpool beat them 4-0. So I was confident we weren't going to lose, but I did think it was going to be a draw.
Okay. And Stoney?
I think, my prediction for the game was 2-2. I must admit, I wasn't too concerned when I saw Gomez in the starting lineup, but I was a bit apprehensive when I saw Milner at right back, more so because Foden's been in such a rich reign of form. So I'll be honest, I thought Milner was going to have a torrid game yesterday. He proved me completely wrong yesterday. I thought he was solid. I think it was good to obviously see him and Gomez have that partnerships over on that right-hand side, but also seeing Fabinho tuck in on that side and Harvey Elliott come back as well. So, I mean, when Foden did get the space, it wasn't really in an offensive position. He was more having to tuck back and pass it infield to Gundogan and Rodri. So I thought Milner played a good game at right back yesterday.
Yeah, and just saying that, I think and Jota as well, they both came back. Both of them, Harvey Elliott and Jota, both came back and helped out both fullbacks, to be fair.
Yeah.
They both did a good job.
They did. They did a lot, yeah.
Vinny is saying that you got to think about where Gomez came from to be put in that situation. And he's saying that's why he gave him a 10.
Right.
Any other team, he's saying he reckons he's in the starting 11.
I hear that, but I'm basing it on performance.
And don't play Millie against West Ham, though. I don't think he can have 2 games like that in a row.
No, definitely. He needs about a week off.
You say, but lightning don't strike twice, no?
I think Milner needs to sit Trent down and show him how to defend.
Well, I was saying earlier on today, I hope that Trent was taking notes on
exactly. Read the game. Read the situation. Milner read the game like a G.
No, but I think. But guys, I think that obviously we know what the problem is with Trent, but I reckon he's been told that to do, told to push forward, and for the Brazilian guy to cover for him. Obviously, he's obviously been told that to push further. Don't worry about it, and the other one will cut. The centre back the DM will cover for you.
To be fair, Milner got a lot more protection than Trent's been getting.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, so before I move on to my next question, this is a question I do want to ask, and it is a feeling that I got inside of me, is that after that performance yesterday, I'm feeling kind of cheated, boys. That where was this all season, and with a lesser team that we had put up? Obviously it's not our first choice defense, and why are we raising all of a sudden we're just raising our game for Man City, but we can't turn up for flipping Brighton and teams like that. I feel cheated, man. That's been in there all the time. What's going on?
But Artie, right? I know they're professionals, but I think sometimes, like, we all played the grassroots football. Sometimes when you're the better team and you're playing against a team where you think you drop your standards as well. Sometimes.
True.
That's not good enough, man. That's not good enough. So what's about Man United? Our big rivals.
Arsenal.
Yeah, but okay. Well, we talk about Man United and Arsenal. Just think about it. I'm going to be honest. Rashford was offside. The ref didn't give it, and the same thing with Arsenal. We should have got a penalty. So that is not like they outplayed us and battered us or anything like that. It's 2 bad refereeing decisions.
They were the better teams on the day for me.
Yeah, but if refereeing decision, if they done what they were meant to do, they wouldn't have got either team wouldn't have won.
Yeah, but we can't rely on that. They were the better teams on the day for me.
Yeah, but still, sometimes the better team, but they helped. They had the referees. You know, we didn't have the luck that day.
I mean, I don't feel cheated to say, but I totally agree with what Art's saying. With that performance, we set our levels so high that these mediocre performances are not good enough from the result, from the performance. We can all take a loss, but we demand that performance.
Right.
And what they showed yesterday, what VVD has not been doing all season, aggressiveness, reading the game properly, attacking the ball. He
wasn't even making slide tackles.
I mean, Van Dijk was on crud. Elliott running back to help the right back. These things have not been happening all season. And now Liverpool come up against a formidable opponent. We've raised the levels. This is what we demand, and this is what has to be continued. We can't just stop here. We've got West Ham next. I want to see nothing less. I can take the loss.
Okay, I want to see them. One more thing with the Arsenal game, we had a different formation which we'd never seen before start. He started with 4 attackers as well, didn't he?
I mean, it's neither here nor there. For me, they were the better team on the day. We can go about all this and all that. They were the better teams on the day. It was not the performance we saw yesterday.
Thank you, Stoney. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think what we probably saw yesterday was an energy level that I don't think we've actually seen this season. So there was definitely a different energy level. I thought it was good that Harvey Elliott is now actually getting a run of games as well. I thought it was interesting though, with the new formation that we have been playing in the 4-2-3-1, Salah was actually at the tip.
Yeah.
Since we tried that formation, Bobby's been there, Nunes has been there, and I think there was one game he tried Jota, but we haven't tried it with Salah at the tip, and in my opinion,
That's
he
what
made
it
a
used to
very,
be.
very, very big difference. I mean,
100%.
the two opportunities there, the first one where Edison saved it, and obviously the second one where Salah actually scored. Look how high Man City actually played up the pitch.
Yeah.
So I thought that was very interesting. But as you said, the aggressiveness, the directness of Salah actually playing up there, if that provides us with a new dimension, and Salah's going to be playing at that hopefully reinvigorated level of football that we need, then I actually welcome that.
Preds.
I don't feel cheated. I think that performance was coming. I think over the last few weeks, even though we lost against Arsenal, we didn't get battered against Arsenal. And then slowly but surely, we've been getting confidence. And I did say this a couple of weeks ago. These are players who have played to an exceptional level over the last 5 years, but they're still human beings and they still have confidence. It's one of those. If you've got confidence, great, everything comes off. You don't have confidence, right, things don't come off as much. And I think gradually our performance has been getting to that stage. Now the hard part is keeping it at that level. That's what we need to do, and use that as a building block. Whatever's happened has happened to get us to this point. And now from this point, this is where we should be saying, right, we should now be kicking on now. And I hope that happens.
100%.
Yeah, me too. I thought the season was over, to be fair. I did. I wasn't impressed by the Rangers game. You saw me live the other day. I wasn't impressed by the Rangers game, and I actually thought we were going to lose against Man City. So I hold my hand up. I was wrong, and I really hope this is a springboard going forward.
Okay, so Vinny says Wednesday may highlight how much Sunday's game took out of us. Wednesday games now has more attention and pressure on it because of Sunday.
But I think the way but I think the way that the substitute the team was picked and the substitution, I think he's going to mix and match again. But I think Trent will be back for Wednesday. Jota's out now, isn't he? So I think he's gonna, and Henderson will come back in the fold as well. So I think hopefully, if he makes those sort of changes, then the energy, we can maintain that energy.
Okay. So Bingy says, well said, Preds. Good evening, Bingy. Nice to have you on board, sir. So do you remember, peoples, do hit that like button, that share, and that subscribe. Okay, gentlemen. Big question. Was it a foul on Fabinho for that opening goal?
Absolutely.
Stevie Wonder can see that was a foul. What's wrong with you? What kind of question is that?
Okay, well,
you know what?
I need to ask because I'm having some big debates in some groups here that saying that trying to deflect and say it wasn't a foul, and it's only because it was at Anfield and the Anfield crowd and the mob made the referee doubt himself and have to go check. Like, yo,
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you. End of the day, whatever has happened, whatever people are saying, I think people are forgetting the laws of the game. And the laws of the game say if you tug on someone's shirt, that is considered a foul. There's no that's conversation over with. Where people are saying, "Oh yeah, well I applaud the referee, and I don't applaud referees very much, but I do applaud the referee how he refereed it." It was like something back in the last 10 years ago, where people having tackles and using their physicality and X, Y, and Z. But in regards to that goal, Haaland was pulling his shirt, which made Fabinho lose balance and lose control of the football. A foul.
You know what? I'm gonna throw a spanner in the works for this, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a spanner in the works for this. You see, when there was the different phrases to that. Obviously, Haaland ran from deep. There was the whatever we call it, the incident, the coming together of Haaland and Fabinho, and then the 1-2 when Haaland took the shot. It looked like Alisson spilt it, and then Foden scored. You know what? I'm being honest. When the ball actually went in the net, I just said, fair do. I did. My mind wasn't even thinking back to the phase where Haaland and Fabinho, where we were holding the Fabinho top. And in all honesty, I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. I didn't think there was anything wrong with the goal. I didn't 100%. Think there was absolutely anything wrong with it. That is just something that we see at grassroots level. That's something we see. And Fred, you hit the nail. You did actually hit the nail on the head. I do think the referee officiated the game at a good level. He allowed tackles in. He allowed, a bit of roughness, and we wanted to see that anyway. It was a nice competitive game, but I'm being honest. I didn't think there was anything wrong with that, with Haaland and with Fabinho. When the goal went in, I just said feeding to Man City.
Yeah,
But
because
yeah,
Alisson didn't have his both hands on the ball. I thought there was nothing wrong with it.
Yes,
either.
he did. Yes, he did. You
But
slow
you-
it down.
He wasn't. Alisson wasn't even. Alisson wasn't even.
Prez, you play football
Mhm.
at semi-pro level. What are you?
What do you mean? What am I?
What position
A
are you?
legend, a goalkeeper. Yeah.
No, you got the goalkeeper union.
I think it's something you need to tell me, Con.
You're the goalkeeper.
I'm a goalkeeper. Yes, and I'm with the
Yes.
goalkeeping union. And the Alisson had the ball firmly in his hands. It was Haaland's follow through that kicked the ball out of his hands.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh
So you're saying, all right, so you're saying that it shouldn't have stood then?
It shouldn't have stood. But you know what? I think if it happened to us, we'll be absolutely livid. Like if it happened to us, we'll be livid. But because it's happened to us, because we got a favourable decision from it, I'll take it all day long. But I'm not gonna sit here and say I wouldn't be the same way if it went against us. I'd be fuming same way Man City's supporters are fuming. It's just how the cookie crumbles at that particular time.
No. I thought it was a foul from when I saw it. I thought it was a foul from the gate. When I saw him pulling down, I was screaming. When I saw Bernardo Silva trying to pull off Mo's shirt, I was screaming. There was a lot of stuff the referee let get out of hand. The referee let it get well out of hand. I understand a bit of shoving, but the pulling of the shirt was out of hand.
He pulled down Salah on the side. There was a tackle that was right under his nose when he took away his legs. And the referee was standing right there, and he let that go as well. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
And then they scored from that.
Yeah. I'm like, come on, man. Come on.
And I thought it was a foul from the gate.
Apparently, Guardiola was spitting feathers because before the game, the ref had spoken to both him and Klopp and said this is how he was going to officiate the game and let things go. So he's saying for him to have to pull that back, that's why he was fuming.
Okay.
But for me, a foul's a foul.
Straight.
Understand? If it's a little shoulder barge, a little nudge or whatever, but if you're grabbing somebody and pulling them down and for a goal, you've got to pull that up. You cannot let that go. And even some of the pundits were saying they don't think it was enough of a tug for Fabinho to go down.
It was. He tried to take his shirt off.
But then
he was going in that motion already, but Haaland helped him on his way.
Yeah,
100%.
It's almost like you rewind a week when we got that penalty against us. All right, I don't think it was a penalty, but in the laws of the game, he made contact with him, and in the laws of the game, that's a penalty, seen as a penalty. It's one of those swings and roundabouts. If it falls for your team, you're ecstatic. If it doesn't fall for your team, you're fuming.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, like we didn't get the handball against Arsenal, but we got this decision.
Yeah,
that's
it's all swings and roundabouts, and when you get it, you applaud it, and when you don't get it, you're gonna be not happy about it, but it's all swings and roundabouts.
Vinny says, I also think we need to remain balanced. We'll still get a few peaks and troughs before the World Cup. And Vinny says, yes, he thinks it was a foul. And if that was the other way around, Pep would have had a fit. 100%.
100%.
100%, mate. 100%. Well said, Preds. Good evening, Fitzwarren, Brighton. How we doing, sir? Didn't get the gut feeling that City would beat us. I did against Arsenal. Tell me why, man. Put in the comments why, Fitz. Why did you have that feeling that City wouldn't beat us, but you did that Arsenal would? And 9 times out of 10, it's a foul. 100%. All day, every day for me, it's a blatant foul. It needs to be given.
Absolutely.
So we're talking about the ref watch. So what would you, KV, mark the ref out of 10?
I'll give him a 6.
Okay. Stoney.
You know what? The ref wasn't too bad. You know what? I don't know. Maybe I'm showing my age. I don't mind the physical side of the game. It was a nice physical game. He tried to let the game actually play on. I thought he blew his whistle, pulled up when he needed to. Look, if you think of it this way, Thiago probably could have even though I know it was a slip, he was fortunate just to get the yellow with Rodri. Rodri is fortunate not to get a proper card on that little incident he did on Salah. There was so much little niggly stuff in the game that could have gone, either way. I would have given the ref an 8. Could have given him an 8.
Okay, Con?
I would have given him a 7.
All right. And Preds?
I'm in the same boat as Stoney. 8. It was. I think it's gone from. We've kind of evolved from the physical element to saying it was a competitive match.
Mm-hmm.
It was a competitive match where he allowed two teams to go and play. There wasn't one nasty tackle in the game, apart from Rodrigo. Rodrigo was probably the worst at the whole game. But I really do think that the referee played his part in a really, really good game.
I'll tell you one thing I commend the referee for. That when I first saw that, I was thinking, oh my God, that's a red. He's going to get sent off. But back on it, he actually went for it and he slipped. But I recommend the ref for that. He didn't even have to go back and look on the TV monitor. But I was just thinking, oh no.
And
but the frustration,
they didn't even ask him to review it or nothing.
No.
But when they played, I didn't. When I first saw it in normal time, I didn't see the slip. Then it's only when I saw the replay that I saw that he slipped.
Yeah, that's what
I was like,
too. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, what is he gonna do here? What decision is he gonna make here? That was a bit peak for me.
But I think that showed the level of experience that he had. That he didn't jump to a decision. He thought about it, gave himself thinking time, and ultimately came to probably the right decision in the end. But I think it
was the right decision.
Yeah, but I think the frustrating thing's going to be is that you're going to have a referee who officiated the game in such a manner, which most people are now applauding, and then next week you're going to get another referee who'll go totally against all of that, and all of that will now, and that's where people are getting frustrated with. We applaud it, but it's got to be consistent.
Yeah. So Bingy said he's seen those fouls not given, but for him it was a foul.
Okay.
And Fitzwarren is saying he's give the referee a 5. What? Blows beats.
He chalked off a goal.
I'm not. To be honest, I'm not a fan of him anyway, and I still feel that he was quite biased in some of his decisions, man. Some blatant fouls that he didn't pick up on, which is terrible for me. And things like that, though, they incite the game to get nasty because the other team are getting frustrated, and especially when you're not getting any decisions, and then if the other team's losing, then they can tend to start getting nasty. That's where it starts to get a bit silly.
Yeah.
But like I said, there wasn't. I can't, apart from Rodri, I can't actually think or remember of any really bad tackles.
Nah,
but it was all
no bad tackles like that.
It was niggly. It was it was niggly. They were competitive. People were going for 50-50 balls. People doing shoulder to shoulder barges. People were going up and getting. It was really, really, a competitive game, which a lot of people enjoyed. So yeah. Long may it continue, I hope.
I'd have given him an 8 if he didn't let that foul late on Mo's slide and then sent Klopp off.
Oi, did you see Klopp? He got in man's face.
Yeah. I think you have to go, man. You have to go. But this is what I'm saying. This is the referee's fault again. You don't give them decisions. Of course, the manager's going to get upset because it's blatant and right under your linesman's nose, and then you want to go and send him off. Come on, man.
But Artie, one more thing. I don't know if you guys are aware, right? Maybe this played into it as well. So last week, I got notified in the Merseyside. I know you might not think this is relevant, but in the Merseyside football, so many referees are being attacked. The whole of the youth football was suspended in Merseyside that weekend, yesterday, Saturday and Sunday. So for Klopp to carry on like that, and it's at Liverpool, I'm just thinking it had to be that, You think the whole of their youth football has been cancelled, which is a very rare thing because of the referees.
There's actually a new thing going out now about from grassroots right up, that if the referees and linesmen are being like verbally attacked or physically attacked or whatever, you are now, and from players and fans, you are now getting lifetime bans. So as a player, even at grassroots level, you can get a lifetime ban.
Well, what they're going to try and bring in, they're going to try and bring in the body cam as well for referees, because obviously there's a he said, she said moment when it goes to the county. So they're going to try and introduce body cams to the referee as a deterrent as well.
Yeah, they should go down the road of rugby union and the referees who talk to players. They're mic'd up, they've got body cams.
Yeah.
You know, it adds to the excitement as well. It's just like, you know, people were saying going against VAR, and I think VAR's actually doing all right. So them referees being mic'd up and got a video as well, I think that would be brilliant.
Okay, so Bingy says, yep, facts RT. Sometimes you just get that feeling like in Istanbul 2005, I felt we were going to win. That's Fitz asking that question about why he had that gut feeling. Just had that feeling that we was going to win. Vinny saying, I think the tide is changing in the way matches between these two are played. These Man City fans are getting above their station. Well, I don't know if you can really say that. You know, they've been cleaning up, mate. I tell you,
exactly.
But I
got the
can't
trophy
understand.
cabinet to show it.
Do you know what I don't understand about Man City? They got all the money. And I'm not blaming him for yesterday's result, but I can't believe how Nathan Ake starts in that starting 11. I just don't get it.
I mean,
Nathan Ake has been playing all season for them, and this is their first loss, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. I just don't thingy with him.
He's got to be doing something, right?
It was a strange one with Nate. It was a strange one with Nathan Ake, because I mean, for me, you could almost have forgotten that Ake and De Bruyne was actually playing yesterday. I think De Bruyne had 5 touches max in that whole game. He was one of the players. Obviously, you can see that he's developing a really good partnership with Haaland. But, you know, there was so much positives from the way we played yesterday, one of which was we did not allow Haaland. I mean, we didn't allow De Bruyne to get involved in the game at all. Considering, if you think about it, considering we had the two in the middle of the park with Thiago and Fabinho, and they had their normal 3, which would have been Rodri, Gundogan, and De Bruyne, wouldn't it? Their 3. We moved the ball so well in midfield, and they said De Bruyne was completely out of the game. So
I think,
that could have been so different, Stoney, had Haaland finish off the 2 sweet balls that he put in for him.
True.
We'd have been looking at that so different.
That's true.
Yeah, so different.
But you know what? I think what Sony's just mentioned about De Bruyne, I think Elliot had a lot to do with that. Because if you think Elliot was he was on the other side actually, wasn't he?
Yeah, Elliot was on the same side.
Because they were trying to get like a 2 against 1 against Robbo, or like during the first half as well. So Jota, then you've got to say Jota was on that side. Jota's done a hell of a job coming back and defending as well, to stop De Bruyne from picking up those little spots, getting the ball on the half turn, and then he can just feed Haaland in. And like you said, if Haaland would have finished those ones, Ali made great saves for him, by the way. And yeah, it could have been different, but you know, Super Ali done well, and the whole team done well.
So Vinny's saying about Manchester United, Manchester City, I think it's because they feel despite all their achievements, the efforts of LFC have been received better by the media, pundits, and the general public. Yeah, I agree with you, and I think that's because it wasn't just bought by us. Whereas a lot of people are looking at it that Man City just came in and spent a lot of money, and that's why they got success. Ours was locked down to a team building, and I think that's why.
Yeah, because we got rich history. We got rich history. You know what I mean? So
yeah, we have won considerably less than them over the last 4 years. And Fitz is saying he rates Rodri. Yeah, Rodri's a good baller. They got a good team. There's no ifs or buts about it, man. They got a good team. No ifs or buts about it.
Can I ask you a question? Now, if we started with Trent, do you reckon we'd still get the same result yesterday?
Can't. Don't know.
You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb here. I think we would have had more. I think Foden would have given us more trouble if Trent was playing. I think Milner done the good old-fashioned, stuck it on Foden a couple of times, and Foden was out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Until that time when he actually he scored. That was the only time I can actually think of Foden actually doing something.
Yeah.
And whatever Milner done, however he done it, because if you look at the game, every time Foden got the ball, it seemed like Milner was heavy breathing right down his. He's like, "I'm coming for you, I'm coming for you." And every time Foden was like, "Oh, I'm popping off again." Didn't want Milner to get close to him. It's not me. It's not me, by the way.
Me.
No,
That sounded so wrong.
He said that's a great question, by the way. And he says he don't think we would have.
Yeah, I mean,
Nah.
I think Milner read the game so well. He anticipated when the ball dropped. He read Foden's movement. He got to the ball before Foden on certain occasions. I thought Milner had probably the best game he's had all season, hands down.
But he stayed in position. That's another thing.
100%, yeah, correct. You all right there, son? You're getting attacked. You're getting attacked by a lion.
Yeah, what's that? What are you talking about?
Yeah, who did this? Who's doing that?
What is that?
It's one of them Man United people then sabotaging us, bruv.
I don't know what's going on there.
Artie, I think do it to everyone. Put everyone one by one in the back room.
To be fair, Trent Alexander-Arnold not playing may have even thrown City off. Hold on a minute.
Was it Stoney?
It's Stoney.
Stoney. It's you, brother. Yeah.
Who?
Stoney. Hold on. Watch this.
Hey,
Stoney.
Hey, you can never trust a Blake, you know.
Oh shit.
Stoney, when I remove you,
Lee, this will be a good time to talk about the advert, the sponsor.
Who's all getting the content?
Shout, mate.
Sorry, Con.
Apology.
Global Mapping Surveys. Global Mapping Surveys currently assist architects, property developers, and construction companies all over the country. They offer a wide range of services such as setting up topographical surveys, 3D laser scanning, and monitoring. Okay, so the link is all in the description, and check out the website for contact details. And remember, mention KopTalk, and you can get your discount. Okay.
Stoney's going on like a Dalek. Just see Stoney grinning, boy.
You know what it is? I think what Davey's done something. But when the quiz comes, he's in with a shout.
Sabotaged.
Yeah, Stoney, I don't know what's going on there, man.
So you're messing up the base.
Oh no.
Stoney's messing up the base.
So Fitz is saying, yeah, that they would have had too much space against Trent.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm saying. This is what happens when you play your position. Stay in that position, then they haven't got that space to run into and break free. And if you notice, when Trent came on, one of the first things that happened is he had to run down, man, because he was running down the same space that he left behind.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
Trent doesn't think he's a right back. I swear, he's not even playing right back. He's playing like right centre mid.
Yeah, I think Elliot helped him out massively as well. Elliot had his legs. Elliot had legs for him, didn't he?
Yeah.
He closed it down quite quickly, and then whenever Milner could get there, he got there. Didn't let him turn. Didn't let him. Every time he kept passing backwards or sidewards. So Milner done a really, really good job on him.
He really did. Really did. Surprised the hell out of me.
No, he did. Listen, my first thoughts when I saw him was, all right, one, he's going to get roasted. Two, he's going to get booked, maybe even sent off. None of them happened.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get smoked. Seriously. Really good corners. I think we played to our strengths a lot.
Tony. What's going on, bro? But serious. Can you not hear that stuff?
Tony, you're killing us.
You're killing us, bro.
We're saying, yeah, I think we definitely play to our strength. Playing Mo as the focal point is definitely a strength of ours, which Klopp needs to utilize more.
Yeah. Well, yeah. To be fair, in all fairness to Mo, the first shot he had, what a save!
Oh yeah, it was a big save, but he could have squared that.
He could have.
Yeah, he could have. You know, Mo's not squaring that.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on squaring the ball because right now.
Oh my God! Do we need to talk about it?
I think I need to get it out of my system. Like, I got to be honest, right?
You know what? And then the funny thing was, Mo was vexed. But you're the player who doesn't square it the most.
Yeah, but it's we can be tuned up against City, and Mo is the top gun. He's the top G. He's kind of effed up, but he's allowed to do that.
I'm not disputing that.
He's earned the point.
Now you know
he's
how
he's earned it right. Nunes had to pass that. He had to pass that.
But you know, absolutely. But do you know the difference? You know what? If like we've gone through many seasons of that, most Salah and Mane not passing to each other in X, Y, and Z. I would if Nunes was in the box, I'd be like, you know what, bruv? Yeah, go and do your thing. You're striker. Go and do your thing. But you're 10 yards outside the box, 5 yards outside the box. There's a clear pass onto somebody who can walk onto the ball and go and score the goal.
He never had the sitter. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, if it was in the box, I'd say fair play, Nunes. Mo Salah does it. So yeah, you know, it's something that he needs to understand about. But then in that predicament, 3 against 1 in the last 5 minutes of a game against Man City.
Those are the ones you need to kill them off, man.
Poor decision making. Yeah. Very poor decision making.
Vinny says that Nunes will learn from that, though. He bloody well better. Seriously, because boy, I tell you, had they equalised, that would not have gone down well.
No.
Fitz said, "Is that a Man City fan with the feedback?"
It's pure sabotage.
Pure sabotage is running around here. I tell you. So, gentlemen, next we move on to West Ham. We need the same kind of performance against
100%.
West Ham. No good winning this game and then going and flopping against West Ham.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We've got to be levels now. We showed levels. Let's continue it. 100%.
Absolutely.
Now West Ham, we need to go on a run.
Yeah, I want a 2-3-0 on Wednesday.
Yeah. But West Ham's one of those slippery teams, though. You know what I mean? It's one of those slippery teams.
Stoney's joined us, gents.
Hey!
He said Nunes was running with his head down. I think now he didn't see Mo or Jota. Yeah, he was. His head was down.
Yeah, he's like a torn Milan Barros.
But it's like, even if he's head down, right? At some point he had his head up, He had his head up.
So
So just pass it.
Yeah.
Milan Barros, you should just run into players.
Remember that? Yeah, that's what Darwin reminds me of. He's like a tall, lanky Milan Barros. He just runs with his head down.
He's like the guys you can't play FIFA, but all they do is sprint.
Yeah.
Just sprint.
Yeah.
Vinny says he reckons this West Ham game is going to be a tough game.
Oh yeah, it will be.
Yeah,
it won't be like
It won't be like
City with football. It won't be a football game like City.
So it's going to be a tough one. He said he'll take another. I don't know if I could take many more 1-0s, bro. Seriously.
I'll take one. The way Liverpool defending, yeah. But if like I said, if VVD and Gomez, if we can keep a settled back four now, I think we can be all right. I mean, we're gonna the addition of Trent going back at right back, but then again,
would you put Trent back or would you leave Millie there?
Well, we've got no choice. I mean, unless you're gonna wheel Millie in a wheelchair. I mean, he must be broken now, bro. Like.
He's the fittest man at the club.
I know, but there's one thing of being fit man in the club, but then playing at that intensity for 90 minutes, the guy's 37 years old. It surely has a toll and it takes a toll. Surely.
Bingy says he reckons it's going to be 2-1 to us.
I'll take a 2-1 easy. I'll take a 2-1 right now.
I'll take a 1-0 right now.
Con, what do you reckon about West Ham?
Con's making a sandwich.
First thing we get
a ham sandwich.
Con's making the peanut butter and poverty sandwich. That's what Con's making.
He's making a ham sandwich. And sandwich a run. Yo, Con, are you with us, bro?
Nah, he told you making a sandwich, blood. He's done. You're not done.
We get a Man City. When Man City. Oh, look, he was on mute, wasn't he? Con.
You know that man. They got a weight problem. Can't wait to eat.
Right, what do you reckon about West Ham then?
West Ham, it's definitely got to be. I want us. I'm fully confident we will win it. Whatever I've got to be honest, whatever score it is, I don't care what it is as long as we win. I've got to that point now where it's like we just need to get points on the board now.
He says he wants to see us get back to clean sheets. Yep, very much so. Pause.
Absolutely.
It will be a hard-working game.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to graft. West Ham have found a little bit of form now. Got a little bit of a run, doing well in Europe and all that as well. Got a few new faces who've hit around at Samanka's doing all right, scoring a few goals for them. Yeah. Decent. Yeah, so it's gonna be a tough one.
I think the league has already shown that anyone could beat anyone in the league at the moment.
I see there. Stoney says the same thing. Kera and Samanka have both settled in well for Westport, but I agree with the 2-0 win for Liverpool. Okay.
Westport.
West Trenton. Yes. Yeah. I reckon it's going to be 2-1 to Liverpool. I reckon 2-1 to Liverpool. I think we'll go in front, they'll equalise, and then we'll get the winner.
I'm going to go for a 3-1.
Okay. Preds, you said you don't know. You don't know what score it's going to be.
Yeah, but I'm going to go out. I'm going to say 3-1. We're going to win 3-1.
Okay. Oh. So what's going to be the front line now then? No Diaz, no Jota.
Jeez.
It's got to be Bobby Nunes and Salah, isn't it? Bobby Nunes and Salah.
Yeah, you got Carvalho as well.
Yeah. Or he might change shape.
He could put Elliot up there as well.
Yeah, exactly. You can put the two holding midfielders there. You can put Elliot and Carvalho on either wing, with Bobby sitting just behind Salah. Or you can go 4-3-3 with you got your three in midfield, and you possibly got Carvalho on the left, on the right, Nunes on the top, and then Bobby up front. We've got options, haven't we?
Yeah. Bobby looked a bit slow, man, against Man City. He looked like he was running in sand, man.
Yeah,
or nothing.
No. But they were pressing. I think they realised with Bobby. Bobby has been in a fine form lately, and I think they targeted him as a right. If we let Bobby start playing, then we could have problems.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
And every time if you look at the game, every time Bobby got the ball, Bobby had 2 men on him.
He was they were on him. They were on him.
Yeah, they were on him.
Yeah.
Totally
correct.
But but even if he realised that, he should have been possibly a little bit sharper. But hey, I'm critiquing too much. Bobby done well.
I think the game was kind of tailor made for Mo Salah to take centre stage. The way he shrugged off Ake in the first half, it was tailor made for him to show his strength, show his speed, show that he's still a focal point of our team. So I think Bobby kind of marked out the game, but Salah found space because we played to our strength. We haven't got the capability to pass the ball around like Man City and hold possession for as long as they can against that team. But what we can do is we can press you and we can counter attack, and that's exactly what we did.
So Fitz is going for the 2-2 draw, and Bingy thinks we'll go 2 up and then concede in the last 15 minutes.
I hate when we do that.
Yeah, all back to the wall.
It would be. I ain't gonna lie. It would be lovely to get another clean sheet, man. We need to start ranking out these clean sheets again.
Well, Van Dijk's on smoke, so let's see if he can continue.
Yeah, but like you said though, that game would have taken a lot out of them.
Come on now, that's going to give him a hella confidence. He bought a 3.5 at Erling Haaland, put it in a blunt. The whole 3.5. He bought a 3.5 of that Norwegian.
The whole 3.5 in there.
You already put it in a blunt. Yeah, he passed it over to Joe. Joe passed it back. So they must have gained confidence from that performance against one of the most informed strikers in the world. Kept him quiet. He done 1 or 2 things, but he didn't get the space enough to make a hell of an impact. So Man City, West Ham ain't got nothing like that up front.
Mo having 120 goals in just over 4 seasons is a madness. It certainly is. Them numbers are just crazy. Absolutely crazy. The boy's gonna get a statue, man.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you any other striker who scored that many goals within
He's not even an out-and-out striker. That's the thing.
What is he regarded as, an inside forward?
I'd say inside forward, an attacker, but he's not a striker.
No, I want to see more of what he's been doing the last 2 games. I want to see more of that Mo. The Mo we had before was just he wasn't doing nothing, but he's got his mojo back from somewhere. Drank that gummy berry juice and he's feeling himself again.
Yeah, he certainly is. He certainly is.
So, mate, continue, mate.
My peoples, we will be back on Thursday. 100%. Do you think who's underrated? Who? Mo, Vinny. You can never be talking about Mo being underrated.
Not by the club, definitely not. Not with the wages he's getting.
No, I'm telling you.
The boys are some big boy wages. No way he's underrated. Obviously, because he wasn't performing, you can call me a fickle fan. I did feel some type of way because Sadio is my best player.
I hold my hands up. I gave it to him.
For me, I'm still going to stand by the fact that I would have preferred we kept Sadio and got rid of Mo. But I respect Mo's levels. Mo is levels. A world-class footballer. I'm happy to have him in the club, and hopefully he can continue what he's done for the last 2 games because, he's been electric. He set a standard that when you fall beneath that standard, it's hard to accept. So let's hope that he can get I hope he gets a hat-trick tomorrow on Wednesday.
Oh,
King Mo.
We'd all love that.
Yeah. But what do you think? What do you think was missing? Like, because all of a sudden, the last 2 games, one was against Glasgow Rangers, admittedly, and the other one against Man City. Now, against Man City, he was on the ball, he was a pest, he was running behind, and where was that?
I think Klopp playing him on the wing is pointless. He's not effective. You don't see Mo whipping in crosses and all that kind of something. Heading wide out on the wing. I don't know why Mo is playing out so wide. He needs to be closer to the goal. He needs to be, driving towards the goal. That coming from the wide is.
No, but that's what he loves because he loves to cut in and bend one in. That's what he likes to do.
Yeah, it has been working for him. It's been working for him when he's been playing up front. That wide thing not been working for him.
But I think the one with that is that Mo has been double marked every single time, and it's quite difficult. It was being quite difficult for Mo to actually do anything because he was marked very tightly. But then there was sometimes, his touch was off. He made the wrong run. But all players go through it. But I really do hope that Mo goes centrally.
Me too.
Look at this, Prince. Got to be central or having a floating role, says Vinny.
Yeah.
What about playing Nunes and Mo up front and Firmino just behind them two?
Mo first touch,
two direct strikers. Something to gain the ball. We haven't got the midfield. The legs haven't got the midfield that we used to have. That we had with Genie and the Hendo was 2 years younger. You know what I mean? We haven't got the legs in midfield to run all over the pitch. Let's utilize our strength. We've got a runner in Nunes, as we saw, and we've got a runner in Mo. Let's utilize our strength. Play them two up front. Get the ball into them. We're in front of them. But that's Klopp's job. He's got to figure that out.
Yeah, I like that. I like that Mo playing up there, man. He gave them hell, man. They were worried. They were worried. Seriously.
Absolutely. He looked a threat.
He hadn't been conceding no bag of goals either, to be fair. No. And they could have conceded a good few.
Yeah, definitely.
They could have. Trust me.
Yeah, it was good to see. It was just good to see Mo. It was almost like the shackles. He'd taken off the shackles and all the weight had been off his shoulders, and he just went, you know what? I'm just gonna play with my bollocks out and just play.
Like he had something to prove.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that a master stroke from Klopp from subbing him and starting him with Rangers pissed him off. He got them 3 goals, and he's like, you know what? I'm Mo Salah. This is what I do. And he's just come and he's just bullied up the Man City team from the start. Let him know, listen, I'm here. This is the Mo Salah we expect. Same thing with Virgil. This is what you set. Don't get mad at us. This is what you set. So this is what we expect.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Damn right. Right, my peoples. It's all about, do you remember, log back in on Thursday, 10 o'clock. Only place to be is right here, Kop Talk. I'm telling you, 10 o'clock on Thursday, where we will be discussing the West Ham game and also upcoming games against. We've got Ajax coming up as well.
That's what's up.
Champions League. We put that one to bed. We put that one to bed. We can actually afford to rest players and play all Curtis Jones and them against Napoli, man. Can rest players. Yeah, let him get a game, man. Let Nat Phillips get a game. I don't care. Just put Ajax to bed first, and then give these guys a little, you know what I mean, a little run out. Start Carvalho, you know what I mean.
That's a good thing. We're gonna have a good few games going back to back now, and hopefully with the performance from yesterday and from Glasgow Rangers, and it's probably actually part of the game from Arsenal game as well that we've kept on building, that we can just keep this momentum going, and we can start picking up some points on the board, more importantly, and get back into the mix before Christmas or before the World Cup comes.
Yeah.
He
seemed like Mo before the African nations. Okay.
100.
Bingy says, agreed, KV. But yeah, we'll see. So peoples, do remember, check back in Thursdays, all about Kop Talk, and we are good to go, my people. So good night, Mr. KV.
Blessings.
Good night, Mr. Preds.
Good night. Hopefully Thursday night we won't have no Man City sabotage, and it looked like someone kidnapped Con, so I don't know where he went.
The Sandman got called for him.
Yeah,
the Sandman for him, bro.